What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Strung Out. Indeed, I wanted to give a big shout out to Paulie, who has donated many things to the channel. And something he sent a while back was a Strung Out EP. I thought it was actually an album, but the next album after Twisted by Design is actually from 2002. This comes before that. This is from 2000. And the EP is called The Element of Sonic Defiance. So I enjoy the conceptual nature of that. The first track on it is Mission to Mars. So, I don't know, a lot of their songs are about internal struggles and psychology, but also as they relate to external relations with other people. So, I would think maybe it could be about an actual space mission, but more likely my expectation is that it might use language in that domain to refer to thoughts and feelings in one's own head. I do wonder if we'll actually get a bit of both. Sometimes they do work on multiple levels. So as I've been doing in the previous Strung Out reactions, I'll look up the lyrics once I finish hearing the song for the first time. In any case, let's listen. This is Strung Out. The track is Mission to Mars, and it's the first tune on their 2000 EP, The Element of Sonic Defiance.
Fred, you intend to come with us? I'm not gonna go hurtling through space in that strung out Ferris wheel.
I wonder what that's a sample from. Holy smokes. So I did hear a couple lines in there about something about breaking out of the atmosphere, but also like realities, a distant haze or something like that. So I feel like I might be heading in the right direction with some language that speaks to space exploration, but also might have some personal relevance. I suppose it could be a narrative about someone on such a journey and what they're thinking and feeling, but I suspect maybe the space-related terminology is figurative or used as a metaphor. Nevertheless, a very metal-sounding punk tune. I mean, I've said that about a number of other Strung Out tracks going back through the 90s material that I've listened to, but this felt like it was leaning even heavier into the metal, like very hard rock slash almost industrial sounds. It still in some ways sounds like hardcore punk rock, but again with a bit of a metal feel. some vocals with real intensity. That one shout that just kept rising and rising, and then there was another one that came back later, which again may have some relevance to the idea of lifting off and, you know, leaving Earth, leaving reality to some other dimension. But definitely some intense vocals. The guitar work, I love that section near the end where it was like this really high dissonant guitar work, and it was offset or alternating with this very low and deep bass rhythm, or bass lick, if you will. So I really like that alternation section near the end, and just a rocking, incredible, like a rocket of a track to open an EP with. So as I said, let me look up the lyrics really quickly, see what I can find. Okay. Alright, so what we have: countdown initiation, sequence, the course is set. All systems functioning in check, all preparations have been met. So definitely some astronaut / space exploration phrasing. Brain function at full engagement, body locked in vigilance. I like that. Awaiting contact with the destination far inside me. Okay. Slingshot across the sky, 1,000,000 light years to the other side. Reality is a distant, hazy dream. That's what it was. Exiting the atmosphere of my mind, body and chemistry. Okay, so exiting the atmosphere was indeed a more personal thing. My body separates itself from me. Approaching our destination, heart and mind have reached ascension. No response to signals sent. We are unable to respond to the remaining threat. Crew's incapacitated. Vital signs have clearly stated. Something has gone wrong with the ship. Collision course is imminent. Slingshot across the sky. 1,000,000 light years to the other side. No one could have imagined anything like this. Ascending to the other side, can't stop and think, or hesitate. The reality of the situation has reached control. So I actually think maybe it is more literal than I thought, even having caught a couple lines, and certainly more than my speculation in advance. There's a couple lines there that speak to internal mental state and talking about vital signs, but I feel like maybe it was a story about how intense it could be to be part of an astronomical excursion that goes wrong, and where the ship is malfunctioning and people on the ship may be in peril of dying. Now again, maybe some of those lines you can translate them figuratively to states of experience in a more mundane or terrestrial setting, but yeah, I feel like maybe it was at best, or not at best, but at most, working on two levels, and if it is more one than the other, I would say maybe more literal. I did like that sample at the beginning, which sounded like it was from one of those, 50s or 60s exploring the moon type of movies, which were often filled with a bunch of sci-fi, aliens, and so on, but it had a bit of that feel, and obviously there was that line about, what was it, I'm not going on that strung out Ferris wheel, which, the idea of a Ferris wheel being a contraption that, I guess in some respects, can be dangerous, and then trying to straighten one out and shoot it into the sky sounds even more dangerous. So yeah, I do wonder what that came from, and whether that's something they held on to for a while, or they just happened to come across it like, oh, he said strung out, like, let's find a way to work this in. So either way, a cool opener to the EP, very intense. Next time we come back, it'll be Scarecrow, which also sounds very intense. And once again, shout out to Paulie for sending this a while back. I do have another EP of theirs, which I thought was an album, but I believe that one is from 2018, so that one will be a much more recent excursion into what they've been doing. In any case, let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.